The more we tolerate unacceptable behavior, the more we lose our self-respect. A wise man once said, "What you don't recognize controls your life." Suppressing feelings of resentment over time does not demonstrate kindness. Rather, it reveals a form of self-deception. This is not merely a theory. It is the reality of our everyday lives, where kindness is often taken for granted. Many continue to exploit this kindness without appreciating its value. However, it is time to put an end to this pattern. Kindness should be reserved for those who truly appreciate it. When offered to the ungrateful, it assumes a different, often diminished, meaning. In this video, I will discuss how Aquarians handle situations with those who devalue them. First and foremost, Aquarians are inherently autonomous individuals who take charge of their lives. They adhere to the principle that it is better to be alone than to be surrounded by toxic people. As a result, they typically do not cling to relationships in which they are devalued. Aquarians understand that devaluation is not a reflection of their worth, but rather a choice made by others. When they first notice their kindness being taken for granted, they will attempt to communicate their feelings. If their words fall on deaf ears, they will take action. Generally straightforward, Aquarians can sometimes come across as blunt. However, when their kindness is being exploited, they become less concerned about others' opinions. If they have strong feelings about a subject, they will express them, even if it risks offending someone. If you fail to appreciate Aquarians, you may find them being quite rude in response. Like many other air signs, Aquarians initially avoid direct confrontation and strive to remain neutral. But if you observe that they have become callous or abrasive, you can be certain that Aquarius is intentionally trying to convey their discontent. Their next strategy is simple. They will treat you in the same manner you treat them. Aquarians are inherently fair and will reciprocate the attitude you show them. They embody the principle of mirroring. If you treat an Aquarius with respect, they will return that kindness. If you are dismissive, they will respond in kind. The mirror does not lie, it reflects a person's true self. If an individual gazes at their reflection and chooses to resist change, that decision is theirs alone. For Aquarians, the choice is clear. They will stop expending energy on someone who does not appreciate them. If someone accuses Aquarius of having changed, the reality is that they have simply stopped making themselves available for exploitation. If mirroring fails to elicit a response, that signifies the individual cannot see themselves clearly and therefore lacks the capacity for change. Aquarians are acutely aware that the world is filled with people who may never understand them, and that is perfectly acceptable. However, there will always be those who recognize and appreciate their unique qualities. Thus, when faced with devaluation, Aquarians would rather turn the page and begin anew. Another important question is, can people of this sign seek revenge? For Aquarians, revenge is not a priority. They are simply too detached for that. Instead, they often turn conflicts into a game, entertaining themselves like a mischievous child from Home Alone who outsmarts the robbers. They will joke and tease you until you lose your temper, all while enjoying the spectacle of your emotions. Aquarians do not aim to inflict pain. Rather, they seek amusement at your expense. After having made you feel foolish, they may even extend an offer to help. Another tactic Aquarians employ is indifference. They can come across as emotionally distant or apathetic, even towards their loved ones. When faced with indifference, they will often mirror that sentiment, becoming just as indifferent towards those who undervalue them. Valuing their independence, Aquarians prefer to analyze their feelings on their own rather than seek support from others. If you have neglected their feelings over time, they will likely reciprocate. This is normal. They refuse to play the role of a convenient therapist whom you can call upon whenever you need help. If you have only reached out to them when you needed something, treating them like emotional chewing gum, then they will now prioritize their own needs. Another defining trait of Aquarians is their rebellious nature. They tend to make impulsive decisions and do not allow conflicts to simmer slowly, as water signs might. If they feel unappreciated for too long, one day they will reach a breaking point and declare, "Enough is enough." They are willing to take risks to preserve their self-respect. Their rebellious spirit raises eyebrows and challenges those who are dishonest. Aquarians view confrontations as a demonstration of intellectual superiority, but without restraint. This can lead to conflicts even in moderate situations. Aquarians are not afraid to take risks and can make spontaneous decisions that often surprise those who underestimate them. Their moods can shift rapidly, creating an emotional roller coaster for anyone attempting to take advantage of them. They can be unpredictable and may rock the boat, causing chaos in relationships that no longer serve them. In such circumstances, sarcasm and cynicism become their shields. If you fail to inquire about what's bothering them in a timely manner, they might resort to biting sarcasm and cynical humor to express their disappointment. These caustic remarks serve as hints to their hidden emotions, allowing them to maintain a sense of control while protecting themselves from vulnerability. This approach can catch off guard those who are accustomed to a more frivolous communication style. People often come to appreciate what they might lose only when it's no longer available. As long as you are always present, you may become something they take for granted, like air, essential yet unnoticed. However, once you disappear, they may either begin to recognize your worth or find a replacement. In such cases, there's often no reason for regret. Another intriguing question is, can Aquarians genuinely forget past insults? While they are capable of forgiveness, they do not forget. With kind hearts, they can be indulgent. However, they do not easily overlook offenses. If you hurt them, you can be assured that they will remember it, and they will take that past experience into account in your future interactions. They may be open to forgiveness, but this does not mean they wish to endure that pain again. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Please share in the comments how you handle relationships with people who devalue you.